Today on Fine Spun Tales, we join the ranks of the Starfleet Corps of Engineers for the first time. This exciting tale could have made an excellent start to another Star Trek series on TV. Let's take a trip into the belly of the beast. Captain Jean-Luc Picard and the crew of the Enterprise are locked in an hours-long space battle with a mysterious ship. The vessel, resembling a dwarf planet, is nearly impervious to their attacks, possessing regenerative shields unlike any Picard has encountered. Despite their best efforts, the Enterprise is slowly being worn down, with sickbay filling with injured crew and shields weakening. Amidst the chaos, Picard devises a risky plan to penetrate the ship's shields. He orders concentrated phaser fire on a specific area, managing to create a temporary opening. Seizing the moment, Commander Riker launches a probe through the breach, gathering crucial data about the alien ship. The Enterprise takes heavy damage but manages to move out of range, hoping the probe's information will provide a decisive advantage. As they review the data, they discover they have struck a critical area, causing the alien ship's shields to collapse and triggering internal explosions. Data confirms that the control room has been destroyed, and all 12 crew members of the alien ship are dead. With the immediate threat neutralized, Picard and his crew reflect on the battle's abrupt end, feeling a mix of relief and unease as they stare at the now helpless ship drifting in space. Picard, exhausted after a 10-hour battle with an alien ship, relaxes with Earl Grey tea in his ready room. The battle left both the Enterprise and a colony in dire need of repairs, with over 1,000 colonists dead. As he keys a code into his communication screen, Picard reflects on the strange, unprovoked attack and the challenging cleanup efforts. He receives a call from Captain Montgomery Scott, who agrees to send a ship to assist with the alien vessel. Picard requests that his chief engineer, Geordi LaForge, stay behind to work with Scott's team, given LaForge's keen interest in the alien technology. The Da Vinci, captained by David Gold, a friend from Picard's academy days, will arrive soon to help investigate the alien ship. Picard regrets not being able to meet Gold, but plans to reunite with him later. As he sips his tea and contemplates the mysterious alien ship, he feels an unsettling sense of danger emanating from it. Deciding the Enterprise can manage without its security chief for a while, Picard summons Lieutenant Val to join Geordi, ensuring their safety and hoping for a restful night. Geordi LaForge sits in the shuttlecraft cook with Lieutenant Vale, who is lightly snoring. They are parked on the surface of an alien ship, taking readings and trying to understand its structure. The rings of the ship's hull are made of a nearly impenetrable alloy, making scans difficult. LaForge is intrigued by the ship's hull and the mysteries it holds, but knows they will need to explore it manually. As LaForge maneuvers the cook across the ship, he identifies various systems and airlocks, but cannot see below the surface, which frustrates him. Suddenly, a proximity alert signals the arrival of another ship, the Da Vinci. Lieutenant Vale wakes abruptly, ready for action. LaForge reassures her as they prepare to dock with the Da Vinci, commanded by Captain Gold, who warmly welcomes them aboard. Once aboard the Da Vinci, Geordi reunites with Commander Sonia Gomez, a former colleague from the Enterprise, now a leader in the Starfleet Corps of Engineers, SCE. Gomez, Gold, and LaForge discuss their strategy for exploring the ship. They plan to map the ship, identify key areas, and attempt to access its computers to understand its purpose and functions. Captain Gold introduces his bridge crew, and Commander Gomez outlines the mission. They agree on a careful approach, acknowledging the challenges ahead. Geordi, Vale, and the SCE team prepare to delve into the alien ship, eager to uncover its secrets and overcome the task before them. Gomez and her team are transported onto the ship through a hole blasted by their vessel. Despite expecting microgravity, they discover the ship's artificial gravity is still operational. Following protocol, they perform suit diagnostics and confirm their safety. Gomez, accompanied by Geordi and other team members, begin to explore the ship, noting the still functioning power and gravity systems, which make exploration easier but also more hazardous. They split into groups to map the ship, each team moving cautiously through the eerily deserted yet intact corridors. During their exploration, Gomez and Geordi float down a blast hole and enter a corridor leading to what appears to be personal quarters. Inside, they find well-preserved rooms that suggest recent habitation by humanoid occupants, though no one is present. The luxury and condition of the rooms indicate the previous inhabitants left suddenly. Their tricorders detect 12 life forms on the ship, far fewer than the number of occupants these quarters imply. The mystery of the missing crew deepens as they continue the survey. Gomez decides to return to the Da Vinci after encountering several sealed emergency doors, indicating that large portions of the ship might still be pressurized. Realizing the need for more preparation and possibly missing crew, she orders her team to beam back to their ship. The team leaves with valuable information and the resolve to come back better equipped for their next venture into the vessel. Geordi works tirelessly on a sensor relay, addressing issues caused by the recent battle with the alien ship. Lieutenant Vale urges him to rest, citing both friendship and duty. Despite his reluctance, Geordi acknowledges the need for a break. As he continues working, two binars, 110 and 111, assist him with complex adjustments, significantly speeding up the process. Together, they manage to enhance the sensors, although Geordi remains unaccustomed to the binar's synchronized speech pattern. After successfully making the necessary adjustments, Geordi and the binars join the SCE team in the staging room to analyze the alien ship's hologram. Despite improved sensor performance, the deeper sections of the ship remain unclear. Geordi observes the ship's luxurious design, speculating it might have been a cruise vessel. The team, realizing the ship's vast and sophisticated structure, prepares for a detailed scan that will take several hours, aiming to uncover more about the mysterious vessel and its origins. Exhausted, Geordi and his colleagues are instructed by Commander Gomez to rest while P8 Blue monitors the scan. Geordi, assigned to his shuttle, shares a bunk room with Vale, who assures him she doesn't snore. As Geordi drifts off to sleep, the team's immediate goal is to wait for the scan results, hoping to unravel the enigma of the beast. Gomez, along with Corsi and Geordi, beams into the beast. They find the atmosphere breathable with no signs of life on the upper decks. Using a computer panel, they confirm the ship is likely a massive cruise liner. Geordi begins downloading data to their tricorder, while the second team, led by Duffy, explores the lower decks. They proceed down a long corridor and discover a breathtaking room with trees, shrubs, and a waterfall, all under an open view of space. This room appears to be a vast meeting area with transparent elevators leading to different sections of the ship. The team is amazed by the ship's design and potential, feeling it should be preserved and studied. Gomez decides to explore the rings of the ship while Geordi continues the data download. They hope to find more about the ship's purpose and its missing passengers. The team is determined to uncover the secrets of the beast and its technology, which could benefit the Federation. Geordi, now convinced the beast is a cruise ship, still feels uneasy. After exploring the observation decks, Gomez recalls the team to analyze the computer download. Stevens and the binars merge data from the Da Vinci scans with the beast's information, creating a detailed holomap, though some areas remain blank. Geordi worries about these unknown spaces, suspecting answers lie in the engineering section rather than passenger areas. The download only reveals public areas, labeling support areas private. Despite adjustments, they cannot scan beyond Deck 60. Gomez addresses the SCE team and Captain Gold, assigning roles for their mission to reach the secondary control room on Deck 90 and the engineering sections below. With the main control room destroyed, they must proceed without transporter support past Deck 60. Geordi feels apprehensive but ready. Gomez emphasizes no heroics. The mission is to get in, gather information, and ensure safety before further exploration. Geordi prepares, reflecting on his Starfleet motivations while the beast's image rotates slowly above the conference table. Gomez, Geordi, and Lieutenant Vale, with their phasers drawn, are transported into a large, well-lit room inside the beast, which appears to be a dining area. After confirming the area is clear, they notice the room is less opulent compared to the upper decks. Gomez spots a passenger lift, and after some hesitation, decides to use it to move between decks. They communicate with Captain Gold, who maintains a computer lock on their position. The team discovers the lifts are extremely efficient, quickly taking them down several decks without any noticeable movement. As they descend, they lose communication with the Da Vinci but continue their exploration. Reaching deeper levels, they encounter crew quarters and, upon further descent, arrive at an engineering marvel, a massive array of black hole propulsion systems. This technology is advanced and unfamiliar, pushing the ship through space at unprecedented speeds. While examining the propulsion system, Vale's tricorder detects a disturbing presence in the ship's core, hundreds of thousands of humanoid bodies. Shocked by the discovery, the team realizes the core, usually a null gravity area for stability, is now filled with dead bodies. Confused and horrified, they ponder the cause and the perpetrators behind this atrocity. Despite the overwhelming dread, Gomez orders the team to investigate further, determined to uncover the mystery of the ship's gruesome secret. Led by Gomez, they take a lift to the lower decks and wait for Dr. Lenz to join them. As they reach the observation port, they see the horrific sight of the humanoid bodies, many of which show signs of violent death and mutilation. Dr. Lenz confirms the ship's core is a breeding nest for a new swarm of deadly creatures that have hatched from eggs implanted in the bodies. The team realizes the bodies are food for the hatchlings, which are now devouring the corpses and growing rapidly. They discover that the adult creatures, likely killed in an earlier fight, were intelligent and had used the humanoids to breed. The realization hits them that this ship was part of a larger plan to find more food, leading the team to decide on destroying the ship to prevent the swarm from spreading. As the creatures grow larger, the team hears a telepathic message from the hive, warning them that their plan to destroy the ship will not be allowed. The team prepares to leave, with Geordi given just a few minutes to find a way to block the telepathic broadcasts. They race against time to implement their plan before the swarm can escape and pose a threat to the Federation. Captain Gold is stunned as a supposedly dead ship comes to life, its shields flowing out like water and covering everything. He attempts to contact his insertion teams, but receives no response due to interference. Ensign Wong suggests it might not be the teams causing the disturbance. Gold orders shields up and a red alert just as the ship below powers its weapons and attacks, damaging the Da Vinci. Gold commands the ship to retreat out of weapons range and tries to get a signal to the teams. He also orders a call to the Enterprise, predicting they'll need backup. Lieutenant Ng confirms the Enterprise will arrive in 3 hours. Gold is left anxiously pondering the revival of the ship and the fate of his teams. Duffy and his team are shocked to find the ship coming back to life in its secondary control room. Despite making progress understanding the ship's systems, they are baffled as control panels light up and the ship's weapons and shields activate without their input. The beast fires on the Da Vinci, which manages to deflect the attack and move to a safe distance. Determined to regain control or render the beast powerless, Duffy orders his team to shut down the shields and weapons, with the last resort being to destroy the ship if necessary. They decide against using the lift and assess the threat. Dr. Lenz estimates they have about 30 minutes before the creatures can physically escape. Gomez plans to cut the power to the docking bay, where the creatures are controlling the ship. The team climbs up a ladder to the engineering area, with Gomez instructing the Binars to shut down the core access and contemplating a backup plan to destroy the ship if necessary. The Binars manage to cut power to the core area, but need a few more minutes to ensure it remains shut down. Geordi informs Gomez that the ship's shields and weapons are down temporarily. Gomez splits the team, leaving Geordi and Val to assist the Binars, while she and Dr. Lenz head to evacuate the second team. They decide to use the lift for a quick escape, hoping to rendezvous and get everyone to safety before the creatures can break free. Duffy and his team are in the secondary control room when the ship's panels go dead. Stevens reports that the ship's core systems are dormant, likely due to the Binars' intervention. Gomez arrives with Dr. Lenz, revealing that the situation is dire and they have only 10 minutes to ensure the ship never flies again. Duffy proposes setting up a feedback loop to disable critical systems if reactivated. Gomez orders everyone to execute their plans and evacuate. With tension high, Duffy, Stevens, and Bart work swiftly to sabotage the ship. As time runs out, they head for the lift and are transported to safety with just over 5 minutes remaining. Geordi is stunned that Gomez, Patty, and Corsi have returned to the ship despite the imminent danger. With less than 6 minutes until the black hole drives explode, everyone must evacuate quickly. As they prepare, Geordi notices large insectoid creatures emerging, much bigger than before, and the team starts a desperate battle against them. The Binars work at the computer to buy everyone 30 seconds to escape, while the rest of the team takes cover and fires at the advancing bugs. As the team fights their way to the lift, the bugs keep coming in overwhelming numbers. Patty executes a risky maneuver to clear a path, allowing the team to reach the lift door. Amid the chaos, one of the Binars, 111, is killed, and the surviving Binar, 110, is paralyzed with grief. Despite the intense firefight, the team manages to get into the lift and close the doors, leaving the nightmare behind. In the lift, there's a brief moment of silence, broken only by 110's crying before they are safely transported away. Gomez stumbles off the transporter pad and urges the captain to jump to warp. The Da Vinci moves away as the beast implodes in a blinding flash, leaving empty space. Gomez, relieved but exhausted, assesses her shaken team: Duffy, Stevens, Bart, Patty, Geordi, Corsi, and Vale, who is injured but trying to console a sobbing Binar. Dr. Lenz rushes Vale to sickbay, and Captain Gold appears, shaken by the news of a loss. Gomez helps the distraught Binar to sickbay. Later, she recounts the ordeal to Captain Gold and checks on her sedated team. Despite the mission's mixed outcome, they stopped a threat to the Federation, though the loss weighs heavily on her. In the shuttle bay of the Da Vinci, Geordi smiles as Lieutenant Vale prepares the shuttlecraft cook by the book, reminding him of his academy days. After the beast exploded, the Enterprise resumed its mission, but Geordi and Vale decided she would return to the Enterprise while he stayed to assist the SCEE team. With files to study and colonists to help, they also needed to report on the insectoids and brief Starfleet. Vale, excited for her solo trip, thanks Geordi, who reminisces about his own experiences. As Val departs, Geordi looks forward to his tasks with the SCE, anticipating both work and excitement. The end. This story was based on the book Belly of the Beast, the first adventure in the Starfleet Corps of Engineers books. If you would like to read the book this story was based on, a link is in the description below. This voice narration was made with tools from OpenAI. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.